ठीक है सर, लाइव करें।
ठीक है, ठीक है, मैं कर दूंगा ये तो, चलो ठीक है। हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप यू आर डूइंग वेल एंड टुडे we are going to discuss very important topic of Indian art and culture, that is the painting styles in India. As we have seen that in art and culture there are two different kind of arts. One is the performing art and second is the visual art. So in performing art there is a dance, there is a music and there is a theatre forms. And in visual art there is a architecture, there is a in different type of architecture. In that there are temples, there are palaces, okay, and there is a other visual art, that is the painting. So in today's topic we are going to discuss the different paintings in India. And this is a very famous painting. I hope you have seen this painting, and this world renowned painting is a painting of Mona Lisa. This painting was painted by the Italian painter and whose name is Leonardo da Vinci. This painting was formulated during the European Renaissance in 16th century. And in painting styles of India, let's see different types of painting. So there are two types of painting, and these two types of painting are divided on the basis of one on the basis of scale and second on the basis of their formulation. On the basis of scale there are two types of painting. The one is the mural painting and second is the miniature painting. So on the basis of scale there are mural paintings and there are miniature painting. The mural paintings are they are very big in size. These paintings generally drawn on the wall, they drawn on the ceilings and they drawn on the rocks. Like this is a mural painting. This painting is we found on the Bhimbetka caves, and Bhimbetka caves are in the Madhya Pradesh. So these paintings they drawn around more than 10,000 years ago, and they were drawn during the Paleolithic period, and these paintings are still intact. Okay, so their scale is very large. And the other type of painting is the miniature painting. So in today's topic we are going to discuss the miniature painting in detail. These paintings are mini in size. And the second thing is these paintings don't constructed on the rocks or on the walls, but these paintings we generally drawn on the clothes, on the paper, on the leaves and on the leather. So these miniature paintings are they are small in size. Like this is a miniature painting, and we have seen such paintings in in our home or behind the trucks. And the second thing about the miniature painting is the colors. So in paintings we use different colors, and these colors are extracted from the different sources. Today we generally have the chemical based colors, but in past we drawn color from the from different vegetables, from different fruits, from the rocks also. There are several rocks like hematite rocks, from where we extract the red color color for the painting. And there are also marine organisms from where we extract the different colors. And one marine organism is a sea shell, from where we extract different colors. Now the next thing is the what themes of the painting we generally drawn. So themes is generally the themes are the subject matter what we draw in paintings. Okay, there are different subject matters in painting. We draw the religious themes. Okay, we use the royal themes. Okay, and we use Also the civic themes we draw on the paintings. So in religious themes, they are the most dominant theme from the ancient times, and we use the religious themes in our paintings. And then the royal paintings. So the royal based paintings are, generally they drew the life of kings. They describe the life, how the kingdom, what are the things going on in the king life and in the courts. And then there is the civic paintings. In the civic paintings, it depicts the life of the common people. Okay, then there is a location based painting. In the location based painting, we divided the paintings on the location based, like are they from the North India, from the South India, or from West or East India. Also, are they drawn in rural India or in the cities. So on the basis of these things, we define the miniature paintings. We divided the paintings into the different forms. Now let's move to the another one. And as we seen the miniature painting, we seen that these are the mini paintings. But actually the miniature painting, the word miniature is not derived from the mini, it is derived from the Latin word whose meaning is the red lead paint. Actually what happened during the 16th century when the European Renaissance were going on, most of the paintings during the European Renaissance, there were red color paintings, and the red color was extracted from the lead. Okay, and as they were very popular during the Renaissance, so the word miniature is derived from that red lead paint. Okay, similarly, let's see the history of miniature painting in India. For that, let's go through the brief overview how the painting styles in India developed and who started the miniature painting. Let's draw a timeline for that. The first miniature painting was drawn by the Palas. See, Palas were the rulers of East India. They were basically, their territory was Bengal, and they ruled from 8th to 11th century. And during that period, the first time the miniature painting were drawn in India. After that, there is a Upbrun's painting or Upbrun's school of miniature painting. Upbrun's school of miniature painting were in West India, in the Rajasthan and in Jaipur, in Rajasthan and in Gujarat. This school of painting was popularized in 11th to 12th century AD. And the next phase in the miniature painting were seen in the medieval India. In medieval time, there was Sultanate era. So during the Sultanate era, there were no much progress in the miniature painting, but when the Mughals came, then we see a number of progress in the miniature painting development. Okay, and after that, when the Aurangzeb banned the painting in his kingdom, then there different regional schools developed in the miniature painting, and these schools were Rajasthan School of Painting, then there were Pahadi School of Painting, then there were Deccan School of Painting. Rajasthan School of Painting were in the West India, mainly it is also called as the Rajput School of Painting. Then there is a Pahadi School of Painting. The Pahadi School basically we seen in the Himalayas region. It includes the state of Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. And the other school of painting was the Deccan Painting School, and it were in the Maharashtra, in Karnataka. So this is a basic overview how the different miniature school of paintings were derived or developed. Apart from the schools of painting, we have a folk painting also. So folk painting are basically, these paintings were developed by the common man. This school of paintings, they were developed in the palaces or by the kings, But the folk paintings, the king has nothing to do with these paintings, and they were totally developed by the common people. Okay, there is a Mithila painting, or we also called it as a Madhubani painting, okay, in Bihar. Then there is a Tanjore painting. The Tanjore painting, is practiced in the Tamil Nadu. The another folk painting is, Patchitra painting. This Patchitra painting is found in the Odisha. So, and in folk painting, there is one, type of painting also, and that is the tribal paintings. The tribal paintings were basically practiced by the tribal peoples. Like there is a Worli painting. So students, this is the basic overview, and what are the different schools of painting, what are the folk paintings, and how these paintings, spread in the India. So let's discuss each school of painting, and then we will discuss the different folk paintings. So the first school of painting is the Pala school of painting. Before that, let's see, who were the Palas, and from, which century they ruled India. So Palas were the East India rulers. Their territory was spread from Bengal to Bihar. Basically, they were the rulers of Bengal. Okay, they ruled from 8th century to 11th century. And the important thing about the Palas rulers were, during their period, there was a huge development of art and architecture. They patronized the education. During their period, a number of universities were developed. They renovated the Nalanda University. Okay. They constructed different universities like Vikramshila University, Mahaviram University. And in these universities, different, literature developed. The other important thing about the Palas ruler were, they were the patron of Buddhism. They practiced the Buddhism, and in these universities, the Buddha literature and the life of the Buddha and the Buddhists were developed. In these literatures, or we say in these books, there were different slokas were written regarding the Buddhism, and in that slokas, different images of the Buddhism were used. These images none other than the paintings of Buddhism. And first time we have seen that the miniature painting have developed. Okay, so the Pala school dated from 8th century AD, and the images of the Buddha and other deities were portrayed on the palm leaves. So these literatures or the books, they were formulated on the palm leaves. And these, literature or these paintings, they were developed in the monasteries of Nalanda, Mahavira, and Vikramshila. Okay, so there is a slok written here, and this is a miniature painting which is used to describe the different life of the Buddha. And when these paintings become popularized, then the students from all over the world, particularly from the East Asia and South Asia, they came to India to study the different aspects of the Buddhism. So during the Pala's kingdom, there were a number of students who came to India, and they came from the Southeast Asia, they came from the South Asia, like countries like Sri Lanka, Nepal, Burma, and Tibet. And the one famous book or the literature where these paintings we found is Ast Sahasrika. Ast Sahasrika. Ast means 8 and Sahasrika means 1000. So in this book there were 8,000 slokas were written, and these slokas describe the life of the Buddha, describe the teaching of the Buddhism. Okay, this is our first Pala school of painting. This is our first school of painting, and that is the Pala school of painting. Now let's move to the another school of painting, and that is Upbram school. So in art and culture we see the difficult names, and if you depict the name and if you drive what is the meaning of the name, then it becomes very easy for you to guess what we can see it.